Hello, Hatboro-Horsham School District. I'm Scott Eveslage, Superintendent of Schools, back again for another Hat Chat Minute. With November here and Thanksgiving quickly approaching, there's plenty here to be grateful for in Hatboro-Horsham, and I can tell you that I personally am grateful. I'd like to take a few moments to just share some of the acts of kindness that our students are involved in and our schools are participating in throughout the month. I'm pleased to be joined today by Anna Kepner, who is a 12th grader here at Hatboro-Horsham High School and is the president of our Interact Club. So Anna, thank you for joining us. Appreciate you giving us some time, and thanks for your leadership with Interact. Can you tell us a little bit about the Interact Club as a community service organization and a project you're working on?
We are a community service club. We work with the Hatboro and Horsham Rotary hand in hand and do a lot of service in those communities, and then also outside of those communities a little bit as well. So lately we've been working on the blessing bags with Angels in Motion, which are just little packs that have a bunch of snacks, usually about 6 snacks, Pop-Tarts, and a juice. And they're given out to people on the streets of Philadelphia that are struggling with addiction and homelessness usually. And they really do have the power to save people's lives. When we pack them, we go to these meetings that have people sharing how they've helped them so much and that they've really helped them on the road to recovery, just as, food, and then also just they have hope for them inside.
That's great. I mean, you touched on the impact that it could have when you're involved in a project like this with the blessing bags. What are you hoping that the recipients receive? How does that help them?
I hope they feel seen, loved, because when you're in those kind of situations, they probably feel very alone and kind of hopeless. But the things that are inside the bag hopefully help them, like the snacks, and then also we give a resource pamphlet, which I hope they just feel like encouraged and seen when they get the bags.
As the president of the Interact Club, you do a lot of activities and involved in a lot of initiatives to help others. Can you just talk about how that makes you feel and the joy of giving back to others?
Yeah, I love feeling connected in the community because you see your impact right away a lot of the times, especially with, when we're doing things directly with one another, because you see like the smiles on people's faces, and it just makes me feel really involved and like I'm doing something not just for myself but for other people as well.
Great. And are there other Interact projects that you're looking forward to that you're particularly proud of?
Yeah, recently we just we made 400 peanut butter and jelly sandwiches that were given out to people who are homeless and hungry. And coming up we have a bunch of 5Ks that we're going to help at, and the Hatboro Parade, which I'm excited for. So we have a lot of stuff coming up.
That's great. Well, thank you for sharing what you and your fellow students are doing to help others, and all that the Interact Club is doing, and we thank you for your leadership with it.
Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you. The blessing bags and the work of the Interact Club are just one example of the ways that our students are helping better the community and helping others. We are also taking the time to honor our veterans. At the upcoming Veterans Day events, we'll have multiple breakfasts at the high school, Keith Valley, and at Blair Mill Elementary School to show appreciation for active duty and retired veterans. Additionally, the intergenerational breakfast at Keith Valley is a wonderful opportunity for students to bring in their parents, grandparents, and other family members. Looking ahead, the high school will collect donations for Feed a Friend, a community-wide food drive to help district families for the holidays. Our elementary schools will complete community service projects for International Day of Acceptance and Martin Luther King Jr.'s Day of Service as well. And finally, there's one surefire way to help others and bring kindness in our world, and that's just to pay attention to one another, listen to one another, and show genuine respect. We know that all Hatters can do that. So thank you for your role in making the world a better place and for sharing our gratitude here in this November month. Until next time, I'm Scott Eveslage, signing off.